Greetings, humans. I'm Ade, and I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses. Flying the flag that arch enemy liked to march under. Yeah, these guys use that flag better than arch enemy. Yes, they do. In fact, they use any flag better than arch enemy. Yes, because they do anything better than arch enemy because they're better than arch enemy. Yes. If you like arch enemy, we're not sorry. So this is Shadow of Intent, best deathcore band in the world, potentially. And they have a new song. And we're hyped. Are you ready? Now. The way that shit landed! Bro, you remember what I said when The Migrant came out? No? I said 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 13.8. 13.8. 13.8. I was gonna say it's another 10 out of 10, but your point is better. Yeah. 13.8. What the fuck? So, I was trying to count breakdowns, but then it occurred to me. they're not making a deathcore song with breakdowns in it.
Mm-mm.
They're making a phenomenon in which breakdowns are an integral part of the process. They're not something you can single out anymore.
Yeah, like, I get your point, but you're expressing it like shit, because you just do that.
What you mean is that the boundary between riff and breakdown is vague. Yeah, and not only that, but there isn't a specific section reserved as breakdown.
Yes.
That's how it feels.
Yes. Well, ever since they put out Elegy, they weren't really referring to themselves as a deathcore band anymore. And this is also a lot more death metal. Ever since then, they're more and more death metal.
I think the only thing that's still very much deathcore about them is the drum sound and the vocal sound.
You mean like the sound, like the mixing?
Yeah. The mixing sounds very deathcore in that slappy sort of way on the drums.
I wouldn't necessarily be so certain. Because a lot of death metal sounds are bringing this more modern edge these days as well. It's no longer reserved to deathcore, and I also don't think deathcore invented it.
Yeah, but I always felt like the more slappy and electronic your drum sounds, the more deathcore and less.
This one didn't sound that electronic. This one, like, ever since Elegy, they're having less and less of that deathcore-y kind of processed edge and noisy edge. And they have more of the grimy, grindy edge. And I say edge a lot because I'm living on the edge. I'm not, I'll just say that. You know what was always one of my favorite things about Shadow of Intent?
What?
The depth.
Yes.
And it was because they went, like, in terms of making these, like, corrosive, low, full-sounding sounds. Nobody really did that better as far as I'm concerned. Now they outdid that too.
Yeah. I don't know how they do this, but they somehow keep getting better.
Mm-hmm.
But I see that they're doing this single drops thing now, and I'm like, more and more bands are doing this. Like, the singles are dropping and we don't hear anything about an album.
Yeah.
I hate the internet's time span. And I hate that bands have to adapt to that instead of us undisciplined fuckers adapting to them.
When they put out The Migrant, they said that it's like a one-time thing to do something they did for the first 2 albums for the fans who really liked that more sci-fi thing that they were doing then. And then they're gonna move on to a new era, and I guess this is the new era. 13.8. And, I feel like dynamically, it actually still is pretty similar to the first 2 albums in the sense that it's a lot less kind of structured and intuitive in the way things on Melancholy and Elegy were.
Yeah, it's a lot more unpredictable.
But it does sound more death metal-y.
Yeah.
So, and I really like that unpredictability of it. Like, this is definitely a song that you can listen to for like 13.8 times before you start remembering something from it.
And it's also great reaction material, which is what we're here.
Yes. Also, I liked how they did the video. Not just because it's a live video and you get to see their energy, but like long static shots.
Yeah.
So you can see what they're doing. The solo comes on, you can see that develop. The drums come on. Jesus Christ, Bryce is a hero. I don't think I ever, because of Ben's vocals stealing so much of the show, I don't think we ever really properly paid that much attention to what this band does in general. We do talk about the band, but I really need to give a special shout out to Bryce for what he's been doing there.
Yeah.
He's been road tripping like hell on that kid. And there was this one frame where he was like, where the camera was looking at him from the right, and he was blasting on the cymbal, and he was looking at that cymbal with a smile, and he looked like he's in love with his cymbal.
Well, are you really a drummer if you're not in love with your gear?
Yeah.
Come on, let's be real. Or let me put it differently. If you're a drummer and you're not in love with your gear, do you have the right gear?
Yes.
That's a very important question. To all the drummers out there watching, if you don't like your gear, love, the fuck is up with that?
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Yeah.
Get the gear you want.
Like, I'm pretty sure I forgot my thought.
Add a sauna to it if that helps. Come on, I'm wearing it. I had to.
Don't ask. What else did I want to say? Oh, and this is what I wanted to say. Looking at Ben, would you say he's a responsible dad?
I don't think I would say anything. I think I'd just go,
we already did that.
That's my point. Dadness doesn't come in the picture when you experience this.
I actually saw some dadness on him. You know which dadness?
What?
The part of dadness that shows if a predator ever comes close to his kid.
Oh, for fuck's sake, yeah.
Like, look at Ben! Then
Yeah.
decide you want beef with his kid. I don't.
I don't want beef with anyone in his close vicinity who he has any affection towards.
Yes. No beefing with Ben.
No.
Unless you're telling that his vocals sound beefy, which they do.
Yeah, he's got that kind of beefing.
Yes.
I mean, thank you.
No.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. With bells
Thank you
on.
very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Corpse